from their homeland and their loved ones. The people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights. And by the cruel and presumptuous hands of the colonial and imperialistic slavers, were carved into the West, where for over 400 years they have toiled and labored, and with their blood, their sweat and tears and hands, they have built the great city of Babylon, only to be paid with the wages of the taskmasters quick.
What's up, Louis, Stephen M? Good afternoon. What up? From the UK? Oh, that's what's up, my brethren. Welcome. Yes, big tune. Yes, sir. What's good, Cash? You know what it is. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Louis. Greetings, Derrick. What's good, brother? Good afternoon, folkers. April 4th, 2019. The weather is partly cloudy with a 100% chance of chemtrails. They've been going at it with the spraying. They've been going at it for the last few days, trying to stop this moisture from coming to drop some rain on us. You know what I'm saying? They at it. They at it, man. Anyway, let me get right to it. Good afternoon, everybody. Snap Turtle in the company vehicle on his way to work. And, you know, in a society full of sheep, it's refreshing when you have another wolf among the flock. It's always refreshing, man. So many people believe what they see and read from the mainstream media that it's ridiculous. Concealed is in the house. What's up? What's up, Queen Concealed? You know, and you know, I'm very proud to have people in my circle, people that come in and that follow me consistently and check me out. You know what I'm saying? It's refreshing to have those people on my side. You know, especially people like Derrick Williams. I plan on doing a tribute for all the people I have come to care about during my YouTuber journey. It's not a career, it's a journey. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Stacy? Stacy in the house? Derrick Williams is a very sharp dude, very sharp. And he has a way with words that you really have to think about to get sometimes, you know. It's like It's like when you watch one of those movies, one of those real cerebral movies, you have to watch it like 3 or 4 times to get the meaning. Well, it's like that with Derrick. Only, I pick it up right away. Most people, it goes over their heads. So, and he has a poise. I always say he's poised. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when people are coming at him and he's going back at them, they can't really match wits with him. So what they do is they resort to ad hominem attacks. They'll call him all kind of names and make stupid videos, especially that Ponzi cat. That dude is obsessed. God damn, man. I don't know how much y'all caught. I wasn't really paying attention. But what was I saying? So it just goes to show, the ad hominem attacks against him. Really, because they can't attack his arguments. They can't attack his intellect. So they have to go for little petty shit. But, he always stands tall. Like I was saying, he's loyal. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't fall for the okie doke. It shows you how sharp he is. It shows you, discernment. People take and chop and screw things. You know what I'm saying? And they edit things and they make it look like what they want it to look like, and they present it to the world. Well, you got to have a little bit more discernment. You got to have discernment when people do that. You have to ask yourself why. But Derrick definitely has that level. He's on it. So salute to you, Derrick, right? And he's prior service like me. He has that military bearing that you can easily spot in prior service people that have been in for a while. Not just, hold on. Yeah. So, that's what we're lacking in this world. And that's why these lawmakers and so-called leaders, no problem, Derrick, that's real spit. When these so-called leaders in politics, and even not in politics, like people who try to lead a movement, it's just the ego gets so huge. Like, they don't want anyone to have a voice but them. But I can tell with a person like Derrick, see, you're a smart leader when you can hear everything out, right? You don't just think you know everything. You're willing to learn and gain some wisdom from other people. You're willing to take in new ideas. You're willing to include other people in what you got going on. You're not just, oh, it's all about me. That narcissistic behavior that people display when they're trying to lead a movement. I've dealt with that since I was out the Army. As soon as I got out the Army, I was in a movement, months after I got out. With that group I was telling you about that I was with. It's just egos got in the way. The so-called leader was doing too much, making decisions without us, and we're trying to make things happen for the better. We're trying to improve our neighborhoods, because that's what we're trying to do. Like I told y'all, we was out there in the midst of the times where, people were rioting in schools and stuff. And the message gets lost. The mission statements get lost when your ego gets the best of you. And so I can tell that somebody like Derrick, you really want someone like Derrick in your circle. You really want somebody like him to kind of like, I don't know, he just has this sage like quality to him. You know what I'm saying? Just to instill reasoning into people, like to help people reason with what they're going through. I can tell that. But anyway, like I said, big up to Derrick. You know what I'm saying? And I know most of y'all already follow him. Most of y'all already know him. It's really nothing new to y'all. You already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so, and this is very important because there are so many people out there. You guys got to be real careful about who you put your energy behind. You know, and I know most of y'all already on the right track. You know, because we were all brought together essentially by one person, you know, Hassan Campbell. So, and it's interesting how all of his moderators follow each other, the ones that have channels and all that other stuff. That goes to show you, you know, what type of people we are, you know, and we're all sensible people, you know. So when you're starting a movement, that's the type of thing, those are the type of people you want to start a movement with. You know, you start small. And I know that all y'all that I rock with in these YouTube streets are about that life. Y'all ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Cash, Concealed, Stacy, Joyce, Manic, the wise one, wherever he is. What's up, Duke Midwest? Duke, all y'all, man. Y'all know what's up. And it's just a shame that we're scattered all about the country. You know, I wish we all lived in the same state. I wish we could all link up and make some real moves, because I know that would be necessary. That would happen if we were all in close proximity to each other. We would make some things happen. But what I do want to start with, and y'all hear me out here, I want to get a news network going. I want to get some type of news, you know, informational panel going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all get together on a hangout or however we do it, and we bring all the news that we bring. You know, we do research. You know, we have meetings, we have conference calls where we're talking about what we're going to discuss, and everything that we discuss has to have a deeper meaning to it. Like, we have to be able to discern, break it down, and analyze it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of it might be opinion based, but that's okay. That's okay. And I know Derrick was talking about that. I know he was talking about how we need more black alternative news media, like these a lot of white folks have them. You know, I got mad respect for these some of these white alternative media stations on YouTube. Man, they got it down. They got the whole blue screen behind them with the whole setup, looking like a real news, you know, station. You know what I'm saying? And they doing it. They getting busy, and they're putting out information from their perspective. They're putting out information and they're discussing it from their perspective. And that's something that I feel like we need to do. We need more of a voice in this alternative media world, you know. But what I'm doing right now is okay. I mean, yeah, you know, I bring facts, and then I talk about the facts, and I give you my take on it. I give you my analytics. I give you my, you know, how I feel about it. I try to connect dots all the time. Y'all know how I do. You know, I try to connect dots, you know, and that's all well and good. But everyone, when it comes to that, you know, and I feel like we need to start our own whole YouTube channel that we can all participate in and take part in. Yeah. Like, I mean, we need our own channel. We start our own channel. You know, a lot of y'all have great technological savvy and all that shit. I don't. You know how I do. I get up on here. I get in front of my phone camera on my way to work, and I'm talking to y'all just like if you was in the car with me. You know what I'm saying? But and it's interesting how when I talk to y'all like y'all in the car with me, how it's completely different than when I have my actual homeboys or family in the car and I'm talking about this stuff. and they're kind of looking at me like I done shat the dinosaur egg out. You know what I mean? So it goes to show that the people closest to you aren't necessarily the ones that you're going to start a movement with. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to start a movement. I ain't trying to keep talking. That's all we doing, man. We talking. At least with these white alternative media stations, they're doing more than just talking. They're actually putting feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? They're going to town hall meetings. They're talking to politics. You know, they're talking to people. You know, they're going out and interviewing people out on the streets. You know, they're getting information out to their people, to their base. Yeah, funny, hella funny. You know what I mean? Even the homies that I started doing this whole Hotep shit with. I was doing this Hotep thing for like years. You know, with this group I was telling y'all about. But I quickly learned that they really weren't talking about nothing. You know, and I'll tell y'all some stories about that. But I tell y'all, one of the best times we had together, me and this group, was when we all went to sovereign Indian territory in Central California. That was the most beautiful experience. You know, we were hosted by indigenous people, you know what I'm saying, who were probably somewhere down the line our family, you know, back in the lineage. Because, you know, black folks was here before the Europeans showed up. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? And we were already coexisting for hundreds of years with the indigenous people. You know, and hell, thousands of years. You know, and it just it's almost like if you go research it and you do a genetic, you know, do the research and or follow the people or go look up the people and read what people have actually done the real research. They've gone out to these places. They you know, they dug up things. They had DNA studied and all that and found this stuff out. Adam is the grandfather of all. Or some might say Lucy is the grandmother of it all. Lucy, y'all know who Lucy is, right? But let's see, this guy left a text message. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so we need. This is my call to action, y'all. Let's get this popping. You know, we'll figure out a name, a mission statement. We'll go over what we want to discuss. You know, and I know it's very hard to get our schedules lined up, especially since we're like in different time zones. But even if it's once a week or once every 2 weeks, you know, we can come together and do this. Like, we should do it. You know, I have no idea about how to start a channel where you know, different people can, you know, work with it. I don't know about all that. And people sharing one channel. I don't know how to do that, like a group channel. I don't even know if that's possible. But I also want to start looking into opening Discord. Yeah, Discord is good too. But it doesn't just have to be just black folks, right? It could be people of like mind who respect each other's culture. That's what it's all about. Respect the differences in our cultures. Respect the differences in each other, and respect each other's individuality. Respect each other's opinions and thoughts, as long as they're respectful. So I don't mind working with people of all cultures, as long as there's a respect there. As long as we're not playing this whole well, my people was done just as your bad people. game. We don't need all that. You know, if you can't respect each other's plight, you know, there's really no point. The point is to recognize that, like I said, you have people of different cultures that you don't understand. You've read about the history. You think you understand the history, but you weren't a descendant of that history. You are like someone on the outside looking in. And so, you know, it's okay to try to help people understand your position and the pain that your people has gone through. But, you know, that doesn't mean that you downplay or disrespect other people's feelings about how their ancestors were treated in the past and how that led up to what we have today. Because the oppression has not stopped. It just changed forms, right? Like entropy, always changing forms. You know what I'm saying? Things don't get destroyed or created. They just change forms. So the form of oppression had changed over the years. So that's what we have to understand about this whole thing we got going on. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man. Let's brainstorm on that. You know, y'all got my email and all that, right? If you don't have my email, let me know in the comment section, and we can get something cracking. You know, yeah, exactly. Everyone has their story, and the key is to respect other people's story, and not play this game where, because you don't see it, that they don't see it. Doesn't mean that, you know. And that's one issue I had with this high impact flicks guy, you know, concerning himself over what black people get offended over. That's where you know you stepping out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to understand why we're offended, right? So that means that maybe instead of just saying that we shouldn't be, how about you ask a black person, why are you so offended? That's okay. It's okay to ask me, why does that offend you so much? It's okay. So that's just an example. I got much respect for Brian from High Impact Flicks, you know. But you know, I would. He already invited me to have a voice chat with him to discuss that stuff, and that's what I do respect. He always invites a little bit of he invites the retort, and he invites the debate. So it's all about respect, though. Anyway, much respect to you, Derrick. Much respect to you. Much respect to everybody. You know, we all need to, you know. What's up, Ito? We all need to, you know. Hey, all the people in here, you know, gotta get in here and get this day started at work. All right. Anyway, much love to y'all. Hit that like button on the way out. Comment in this video if you like to comment. Share the video. It's all about unity. You know, it's all about starting a movement, because the depopulation agenda has no. It cares about no color. All right. There's no. I mean, there is to a degree, but they're willing to sacrifice 90% of the population, and it's not just going to be one race or two races. It's going to be many different races. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be many different races. So once we get that understanding, once everyone gains that understanding, that's when things will change for the better. You know, we destroy their plans. We stop what they have going on. We stop their agenda. Anyway, y'all, you know how to do your boy. I'm here at work, and I'll holler at y'all later. All right.